Knees up if you need them up at the beginning of the class. So if you've got your knees up, just letting them rest together, creating a bit of a hammock for your lower back. Just enjoy that feeling of relaxing the whole body down towards the back, closing the eyes if they'll close, just leaving them with a soft gaze if they won't. And drawing attention to the breath. Maybe feeling it lengthen a little as you fill the lungs more completely, and then exhaling, softening the back of the body even more. Feeling each of the vertebrae sort of relax and release away from the next. So the whole column of the spine is softening. Feel the shoulders rolling down either side, softening down towards the mat. Just feel like you're drawing your being into the centre of your body. Letting the mind rest. Taking a moment to gather yourself. So we're just going to start by hugging the knees into the chest this morning. Probably some of us haven't been out of bed that long ago, so just draw the knees in gently towards the chest, catching hold of the shins, squeezing the knees in just as much as is comfortable. So this morning I can feel this quite a lot in my lower back. And then maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, easy into the lower back. And then just taking both knees lightly, hands resting on both knees. Let's make some circles, both knees together in the same direction. Small circles. Giving the sacrum, the lower back, a nice massage. Change directions. So try and keep that sense of relaxing back into the length of the spine, just the knees moving. And the movement of the knees reverberating into the lower back. Good. And then stay in the middle, stretch the left leg out, draw the right knee in now just on its own. Draw it even tighter in towards the underarm, so stretching the hip flexor, squeezing the calf against the thigh, getting a bit of compression in the limb. And then releasing that away. And then making circles with that right knee over the hip. So you can rest the hand on the thigh to guide the leg gently around. Staying aware of the breath. Inhaling for half a circle, exhaling. Going particularly slow through any creaky, sticky parts of the circle. And then change directions. Inhaling, exhaling. Coordinating breath with movement. Take your time, no need to rush. And then draw the knee back into the centre. And I'm going to plant the left foot flat on the floor for now. And extend that right leg up towards the ceiling, just holding behind the right thigh. Keep the shoulders relaxed down on the mat. They don't need to join into the movement. And then just see if you can draw the toes towards you, press the heel away. So your knee of the right leg might be still bent. And then we're going to point the toe towards the ceiling, stretch the front of the foot, and then draw the toe towards you, press the heel away. So you should feel this in the back of the calf, the back of the hamstring. So with your breath, pointing the toe, inhale, exhale, press the heel away. See how much you can draw your toes towards you. You should feel that movement resonating all the way down the back of the leg. So if you're more like that, pointing and flexing, just getting a little bit of warmth into the leg and the front of the foot and the calf. Good. Put that foot down, cross that ankle, right ankle across left knee. Press the right knee out towards the side, and then catching hold behind the left thigh. Draw the left thigh towards you, keep pressing the right knee out to the side. drawing the stretch into the right buttock. So just relaxing the shoulders down again, relaxing the back of the body, using the exhale to draw the thigh, left thigh towards you, intensifying the stretch in the right buttock. Two more breaths here. Good. And then change sides. So we're going to stretch the right leg out, draw the left knee in, all the way into towards the chest, towards the underarm. Squeeze the calf against the thigh. Don't forget that you're extending the right leg out along the mat as well, drawing the toes of the right foot towards you. Squeeze the knee in, and then release off. And then just resting the left hand on the knee or the thigh, starting to circle that knee round. Might find one side stiffer than the other. Nice and slow. Inhaling and exhaling. So you might feel a gentle engagement of the belly to keep the pelvis stable, so it's just the thigh bone moving around. Change direction. And one more circle that way. And then coming back to centre. So plant the left foot flat on the floor, just to protect the lower back. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling, catching hold behind the thigh. Doesn't matter if the knee's still bent. As long as you can start to feel a stretch through the back of the leg. Keep the shoulders relaxed down. Pressing the foot away, so almost like you're standing on the ceiling. And then when you're ready, pointing the toe. So you'll feel that through the shin, the top of the foot, and then drawing the toes towards you, stretching the back of the leg, the calf. So see if you can relax the left hip down so it's not trying to lift off on the mat, so you can feel that your pelvis, your sacrum is still evenly balanced on the mat. So pointing and flexing the foot. Time with your breath. Two more like that. Just starting to wake up the back of the leg. And then crossing that left ankle, across the right knee, pressing left knee up towards the side, and then when you're ready, interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh. So the foot that's crossed over the left foot, try to keep the foot flexed so that your ankle isn't stiffling. You've got a nice straight line still between ankle and knee. Now drawing the thigh towards you, bring more stretch in that left buttock. Then once you've got to the edge of your stretch, relax the shoulders, and use the breath to release into the stretch. One more deep breath there, and then releasing both feet down to the ground. We're going to stretch the body out into a long pencil, so stretch the legs out now, stretch the arms above the head, as long as you can between fingers and toes. Point the toes, stretch the fingers away, and then release the body down, interlace the fingers. You can relax the legs now, just stretching, pressing the hands towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers, shoulders still on the floor. We haven't done this one for a while. So your arms are stretching, you're stretching the fingers as well because you're pressing the palms towards the ceiling. And then press so much that your shoulders lift off the floor, the head's still on the floor, shoulders are lifting up. And then roll them back down onto the mat. So feel that breath across the front of the chest as your shoulder blades return to back to the mat. So doing that 2 more times. Inhaling, lifting the shoulders off. Exhaling, rolling them back down again. One more, inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. And then we're going to make circles with the hands on the ceiling. Drawing circles with the palms of the hands, starting to bring movement into the shoulder joints. Making the circles bigger. The one shoulder maybe comes off the mat and then the other, as your circles get bigger and bigger. And then finally, the head and shoulders follow the circles to look down over your feet. And the hands maybe almost coming towards the floor as they stretch behind you. Really big circles now, a couple more like that. engaging your belly as well. So you lift the head and shoulders up, and then come back to the centre. So change the interlace of your fingers. So take the one slot down, and then pressing the hands towards the ceiling again, shoulders on the mat. Okay, feel the shoulder blades relax down onto the mat, and then change direction. So circles to the left now. Start small, so you can feel the top of the arm bones rotating in the shoulder sockets. And then gradually make them bigger. More, maybe one shoulder will start coming off and then the other. Even bigger, and then take the whole head and shoulders with you. Inhale as the arms come up, sweep above you. Exhale, follow the hands with the eyes. Pull it out in the belly. Two more like that. And one more. And then come back to center, release the arms down. Let's let them rest down the sides of your palms up. So just taking a moment to notice the warmth and energy that you've created in the back of the legs, and the shoulders, like tingling. Good. And then drawing both knees up now, we'll start rocking ourselves up to sitting. So you're rolling up onto the points of the sitting bones, and then back onto the shoulder blades, using the core of the body to keep you in a nice curled up ball as you rock. Massaging the back of the spine, and then coming up to sitting when you're ready. And we're going to come straight over onto all fours. Put your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, coming into tabletop. So find a neutral spine, so not the spine sagging, lifting the belly and the ribs slightly away from the floor to give you strength through the back of the body. Good. So inhaling, taking a cat. Exhaling, tucking the tailbone under, lifting between the shoulder blades. Nice stretch behind the shoulder blades. Exhaling, inhale. Exhale. Let the head down. Inhale. Spread the fingers wide. Exhale, press through the hands. And then come back to all fours. Stretch the right leg out behind you. Left arm out. And then lifting them both off the mat, stretching them away from each other, getting length. Almost a diagonal feeling across the torso. Inhale there. Exhale, draw elbow to knee, round through the back. Bring the knees almost so you can touch it with your nose. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, curling tightly. Inhale, stretch out. Keep pressing the floor away with the right hand. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, stretch out. And then hand and knee to the floor again. Find that nice central position again, even between the hands, even between the knees. Lifting the belly and the ribs a little bit. And then change sides. Stretch the left leg out, stretch the right arm out. Drawing, extending. Lift your legs about 90 degrees, but don't let the belly sag, don't let the back hang, so keep that lift through the centre of the body. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Head towards knee as well. Inhale. Stretch out with control, length through the body. Exhale, draw in. Inhale. Stretch. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, stretch away as far as you can reach. And then hands and knee back to the floor. Find that neutral spine. Enjoy the feeling of evenness between the hands, evenness between the legs. Good. And then we're going to step the right leg out to the side, toes pointing towards you, so the foot's in line with the knee. Press with your hands so you come up into gate position, gate pose. So your knee, this knee's vertical. And your toes are sort of pointing forward, so the foot's across the side of the mat. And we're going to take a side bend from there. So inhale, lift up the left arm. Exhale, length through the left side of the body. Just resting the right arm on the leg. Keep the shoulder drawn down. So the longest length you can get between the point of the hip and the hand. And then breathe when you get there. One more breath. And then coming back up, planting left hand on the floor, lifting left my reversing today, lifting the right leg up. So toes flexed. Good. Your whole body's in a nice straight line. And then lifting the opposite arm up. Open across the chest. Toes pointing towards me. So you should feel this in the side of the thigh, the buttock. Good. And then from there, bend the knee. Draw the foot behind you, see if you can catch hold at the back of the foot. So you might have to bend forward a bit to get there, but once you get there, press the hips forward again so that you're feeling length through the front of the thigh and your foot is pressing into the hand so that you get openness into the shoulder. Very good. So hips pressing forward. Excellent. So release carefully. So if you can send the leg back out, 90 degrees-ish. And release down, coming back up. And then change sides. So stretching the left leg out to the side. Toes pointing forward. So see if you can relax this hip down. That hip's going to want to lift. See if you can relax it down. Lifting the opposite arm up. Length through the side of the body. Reaching over towards the corner of the room. You might only be able to reach a little bit. Feel the intercostal muscles between the ribs expand. Keep breathing. One more deep breath here. And then coming back up. Bring the hands to the floor. And lift the leg up. So the toes pointing forward. Just make sure you haven't stuck the bottom out. Draw the hips a bit forward so that your body's on a nice plane this way. Toes flexed. Lift the leg a little bit more if you can, using the muscle inside the leg, and then extend the arm up as well. So feel width across the chest, pressing the floor away. Excellent. Squeeze the bottom, lift the leg a bit higher maybe. And then bring the foot behind you, catching hold of the back of the foot. Bending in if you need to, but then pressing the hips forward again. And then push the foot against the hands, that opens the shoulder, draws the shoulder back. Length through the front of the thigh. Good. And then see if you can extend the leg back out without losing height. Squeeze the bottom, squeeze the side of the leg, and release down. Come up, both knees onto the floor, and then take your bottom onto your heels for child's pose. So nice, heavy, relaxed pelvis. Hands reaching forward, fingertips pointing forward. Stretching through the shoulders, through the lower back, forehead resting on the floor. So make sure you've got the middle of the top of the forehead on the floor. This stimulates the pineal gland, quite restful. Good. Coming back up on the fours, and then we're going to step the right foot between the hands. We're going to come up into a low lunge. Just like we were doing last week, we're going to make our high lunge, our low lunge quite upright. So rather than lunging forward like this, keep it upright. Tuck the tail going under, find length through the top of the left leg, lifting the arms up. Good. So keeping that nice length through the top of the left leg, you might be able to come into your lunge a little bit more. Feel where the right place is for you. Remembering to draw the shoulders down, they're creeping up to your ears, stretch the hands away. Good. Bending the weight back, lifting out the front foot. Hands, fingertips on the floor. Draw the right hip back, reaching the chest forward, crown of the head in line with the rest of the spine. Inhale, exhale here. The knee might be bent, that's fine. And then bring the weight forward so you can swap legs. Left leg comes forward, lifting up into a lunge. Hands on your hips to start with. Right lunge again. Feel this nice length through the back of the spine, tailbone tucking under. Pressing the right thigh, pressing the hips forward to the right thigh, right hip flexor stretching. And then when you're ready, lifting the hands up. Drawing the shoulders down. Just experimenting with whether you can lunge a little bit further forward without losing that lovely stretch through the back leg. And then rocking the way back. Drawing the toes towards you, hinging down over that extended leg. Chest drawing forwards. Knee can be bent. Best to have a bent knee and a flat back than a straight knee and a bent back. Good. Rock the leg forward. Bring the knee back. We're going to tuck the toes under and come up to standing horror forward fold. So just come up onto your tippy toes and then start to press the heels towards the mat until you come to a forward fold. Knees bent. Catch and hold with the elbows. Giving the spine a nice stretch. Relaxing the crown of the head down towards the mat. You're catching hold of your elbows, your arms are heavy. You can give yourself a sway from side to side. Inhale, exhale. And then releasing the arms, rolling up. Nice and slowly. Standing. Coming into mountain posture. Good. So, feet hip width on the floor, feet hip width apart. Toes spread, weight evenly distributed through the feet. Just going to take a few balancing poses here. So as we inhale, we're going to lift up onto the tips of the toes, the balls of the feet. Lift the arms up into the air. Exhale, rolling back down through the feet. Arms coming down at the same time. So try and coordinate feet, arms and breath. Inhale. Drawing up as high as you can with all the feet. Exhale, releasing back down again. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So next time we're going to inhale, we're going to sit into a half chair pose. So you're going to bend the knees, sit the bottom back, but keep the arms stretching forwards to balance you. So with the arms forward like this, you should be even more in the weight in your heels. There as you can, and then come back up standing. So we'll take a few more like that. So you inhale, sit back, arms counterbalance. Sit as low as you can. Exhale, stand back up again. Inhale, send the bottom back. Back fast we can. Exhale, back up again. Inhale, send the bottom back. Exhale, back up. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So now I'm going to take it into a full chair pose. Inhale, stretch the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, sit back into chair pose, sweep the arms, raise the floor, coming into chair pose. So thighs squeezing together. Remember to lift the belly, scoop under, tuck the tail under, bring the hands to your heart. Turning left elbow to right knee. Using that left elbow to encourage the chest to turn towards the side. The knees roughly parallel. Good. Fold forward, forward fold. Bend knees if you need to. Inhale, split top, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So sit that on the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, chair pose. Sit back just as you're doing the counterbalance, as much as you can. Lift the chest. Lift the ribs. Tuck the tailbone under. You can squeeze the knees and thighs together if that helps. Bring the hands to prayer. Left elbow, right elbow to left knee. Turning the chest towards the side. Rotating from the waist to between the shoulder blades. Keep breathing. Folding into a forward fold now. Relax the head down. And then inhaling, pressing with the feet, come back, flat back. Reverse swan dive. And hands to prayer. Okay, we're going to take that again. One more little variation. Sorry, just losing my headphones. Sorry. Warm in here. Okay, so come back standing. Find your centre again. Lovely standing posture. When you're ready, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down to chair pose. Lift the arms, slip back into the heels. Hands together. Left elbow to right knee. Resting the elbow lightly, try not to slump down onto the elbow, just use it to turn the chest towards the right. And then you're going to send all the weight into the right foot. Bring the left foot so it's resting on your tippy toes, and then see if you can lift the left foot up off the floor. Even if it's only a couple of inches, keep the twist. Keep sitting down into the chair pose. Keep firing up your right thigh. And then foot to the floor, fold all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up, lift up. And hands to prayer. So we'll try that on the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, chair pose. Take your time, squeeze the thighs, scoop the belly. Open the chest if you can, hands together to the front of the chest. Right elbow to left knee, just resting gently, rotating, opening the chest. And you're transferring your weight into your left foot now. Just bring the right foot onto the toes. Until you've got your balance, draw the belly in, strong through the core, and then lifting that foot off the floor if you can. Breathing there, try not to lift out of the bend of the knee. Foot back to the floor, forward fold. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale. Hands to prayer. Relax the arms down. Standing, getting your breath back. Centering the weight over the feet. Lifting from the crown of the head. Bring it through the spine. Well done. Okay, so we'll come into some full sequences now. So coming to the front of the mat, if you're not there already. Bring the hands to prayer. Inhaling, stretch up. Exhaling, fold forward, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, come up to a flat back. And just holding it there. So hands on thighs, hands on shins. Feel there's length between the sitting bones and the crown of the head. And then folding forwards again, stepping the right leg back into a high lunge. Going to plant the right hand and open the left arm up into a twist. So try not to have all the weight into the hand. See if you can keep pressing through the left foot, left leg, also pressing through the right leg. So you're lifting up the back thigh, the right buttocks engaged. And that helps create the foundation. So if you can twist a little more from that firm foundation. Good. Hands either side of the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. So first downward facing dog today. Hopefully you'll calm a little bit warm already in hamstrings, but bend the knees. Send sitting bones away. Descending the chest towards the mat. Straightening the legs a little bit more. Heels sinking towards the floor. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, next inhalation into a plank. Lift the belly away from the floor. Lift the chest away from the floor. Nice long line. Press the heels away. Crown head reach the other way. And then gently drop the knees to the floor. Drop the chest and chin. Exhalation. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Small cobra. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling there. Stepping right foot forward. Left foot follows. Forward fold. Inhale, press with the feet, lift up all the way standing. Exhale, hands to the ground. Take the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, float forwards. Inhale, flat back. Staying there. Shoulders rolling back. Lifting through the belly still. And then fold all the way down, forward fold again. Step left up, back to the side, climb high lunge. So grounding both feet firmly into the mat. Back thighs lifting, so quite high up into the balls of your foot. Just test how much weight you've got in your hands. Could you lift your hands off? Lift the belly away from your thigh. Plant the left hand. Open the right hand up. Turning the chest. Firm foundation through the legs. Rotation from the waist. Good. Hands outside the feet. Step back down, facing the dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Press one heel down to the mat on the other, then do. And then coming back, both legs to kneeling position. Inhale away to plank. Hold it there. Good, pressing the heels away. Just check the fingers are spread, the base of every finger is connecting with the ground. So lifting the weight out of the wrists. And then dropping the knees lightly to the floor. Leaving the hips in the air, dropping chest and chin. And the elbows closer to the body. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back, low cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a breath there. Stepping the left foot forward. Right foot follows. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up all the way. Look up. And hands to the ground. Well done. Come back to mountain pose. Let the breath settle. Inhale, exhale. Good. So coming to the front of your mat again. Bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward, forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step the right leg back, high lunge again. So find your firm foundation, this time pressing all the way up, lifting the torso up. Hands on hips to start with. Good. So back thigh is lifted, right buttocks firm, hips are facing forwards. Lifting the hands up, shoulders relax down. Inhaling here. Exhaling, draw the hands down into cactus, chest wide, bring that back knee down to hover. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, draw the hands down with resistance, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, hover that knee. Inhale, keep the belly lifted. Exhale, hover the knee. Inhale, lift. One more, exhale, lower. Inhale, stretch up. Hands on the side of the foot. Step back into the nice open dog. Take a breath there. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Body in a straight line, bend the elbows, come down slowly. Inhale, cobra, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up the right leg into three-legged dog. The hips are still facing the floor, the bottom working to lift the back leg up. Good. Step that foot between the hands. Step the other foot to meet it. Forward fold. Inhale, stretch up all the way. Exhale, hands to the ground. Over the side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left leg back. Find your foundation for the high lunge. Pressing the floor over the feet. Drawing the torso up. Engaging both legs. So you feel like the weight is even between the front leg and the back leg, and almost like you're stretching the mat long because the feet are pressing into the floor so much. Draw the hands up, shoulders down. Nice deep inhalation. Exhale, shoulders drawing down, arms drawing down with resistance, knee bending, hovering above the floor. Inhale, reach up, keep your feet front knee bent all the time. Exhale, draw down strongly. Inhale, take your time, nice and slow. Exhale, drawing down low. Inhale, reach up, front leg stays bent. Exhale, last one. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, hands on side foot, step back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. So, finding length through the sides of the body and downward facing dog. Releasing the heels towards the mat. And then inhaling to plank. Exhale, use chest chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath again. And then on your next inhalation, lifting the left leg up, legged dog. Strong, straight back leg, shoulders and hips staying parallel. And stepping that leg through, big step through. Right leg joins it. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale. Back center. The hands, the heart for a couple of moments. Relax the shoulders through, let the heart rate settle, and breathing come back to normal. Good. Relax the hands down. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay. So, I'm going to take it one more sequence like that. Still in high lunge. So, come to the front of your mat. Find a lovely tall standing posture. Crown of the head lifting. Column of the spine. Backing beautifully over the pelvis. And the feet balance perfectly below the pelvis. Bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right leg back again. Come into high lunge. Hands on the hips. Find the posture. Both feet evenly into the mat. Pressing the floor away, stretching the mat long. And then bring the hands up when you're ready. So from here, we've done this one before. We're going to press off the back foot so that we lift the right knee up in front of us. Draw the hands to prayer. So coming from the lunge to a balance, good. And a big step back again, coming back to where you were. So do it with control as much as you can. Good, stay there. Take a breath, and then get ready for the next one. Push off the back leg, lift the belly, draw the knee as hard as you can. And then stepping back, slow motion, bend the front knee, step back. So I'm not doing this with the breath, because it's too. You want to do it nice and slowly. So again, like that, press off, lift the knee, draw the belly in, and as slow as you can, bend the front knee, send the back foot away, slow motion, step back. Excellent. One more. Forward. Lift the knee as high as you can, hips parallel, and then nice and slowly bend the front knee, reach back with the left leg, right leg, and land. Excellent, well done. Hands outside the foot. Step back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath there. And then on the next inhalation, come into plank. So underneath chest chin again. If you're doing chaturanga, see if you can pause for a moment when your arms come in line with the body. And then all the way down to the floor. Rolling the shoulders back. Lift the belly, thighs firm, put along the mat. And then lifting back up, down facing dog. Inhale, exhale. So balancing the weight evenly, keeping the pelvis and shoulders still. Gently sweeping that right leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze the bottom, stretch the leg, and then stepping all the way through between the hands. Left leg joins, folding forwards. Inhale, reach up, look up, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Well done. Other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, float forwards. Inhale, back. Exhale, left leg back this time. Get your stance, your frame right, and then press through both feet. Pressing the feet into the mat. Strong legs. Good. Stretch your arms up when you're ready. Lengthen the sides of the body. Maybe come down into the lunge a bit lower. And then when you're ready, bend the back knee. Pushing off that back leg. Keeping your balance if you can. Lifting the left leg up. Hands to prayer. Balancing there, and then slow motion, bend the front knee. Reach the left leg back, landing as gently as you can. And again, push off. Draw the knees close to the body. And then sending the left leg back again. Reach it behind you. Coming down slow motion to land. Do more like that. Press off. Hard on the side. Lift the leg, engage the belly. Bend the front knee, bend the right knee. Reach back slow as you can, landing slowly. One more. Push off. Left in. And send the leg back. And one more time in a high lunge. Stay there, don't rush. Hands outside the foot. Step back, down, facing dog. Take a much needed breath there. Inhale, weight plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, stopping halfway down. All the way down. Inhale, thighs, toes pressing into the floor, lift the chest away. And then coming all the way into child's pose this time. Don't the knees, that's uncomfortable, forehead to the floor. Get your breath back. And when you're ready, coming into kneeling. Toes under, coming into forward fold again. We're just going to come standing one more time. So come to our forward fold. And then uncurl your way to standing. Shoulders and head coming up last. Coming to the centre of your mat, finding a balanced standing pose again. Inhaling, exhaling. Well done. You know how out of breath I am. So we're going to finish with a balance. So we're stretching out in front of the thighs today. So we're going to finish with dancer pose. So we're going to take the weight into the left foot to start with. We're going to right heel towards the bottom. So we're just stretching through the front of the thigh. So squeezing the heel towards the buttocks, pressing the hips forward. So you've got length through the front of that thigh. Then from here, lift the left arm up. And then as we tilt forward, we're going to really push the foot into the hand now. So it will squeeze in towards your bottom. Now I want you to push the foot against the hand. So that you're stretching the right shoulder back, lifting the leg behind you. So keep pushing with the foot. So your bottom should be working. So rather than thinking about how much you tilt forward, just think how hard you can press the foot into the hand. Then coming back up, relax the leg down, give yourself a shake if you need to, and then coming to the other side. So plant the right foot, lift the left foot, Draw the heel towards the buttock to start with, pressing the hips forward. Oh, this leg's really stiff. So you're actively pressing the hips forward so you're lengthening through the front of the thigh. And then lift right arm up. And then change the motion so you're pushing foot into the hand. Draws the shoulder back, starts to draw the leg away. Push hard with the foot. Strong foot supporting leg. Either straight leg or micro bend with the supporting leg if that feels better. Keep pushing, this is good hard work. Keep pushing with the foot. And then bring the leg back in. Relaxing off. Well done, Kate. And circling the hips, releasing off. Good. Come back standing. Mountain pose one more time. Shoulders relax down, feet firmly planted on the mat. Good. Make your way down to the floor, onto your knees. So then finish off with camel pose. Last week, but another, we're going to use it more to open the front of the thighs than we are for a back bend. We're coming up onto the knees. You can either have your feet flat on the floor, your toes tucked under, whichever feels better. So just as we were doing just now, you're pressing the hips forward. So imagine that we're doing this against the wall, which we have done in the past. So you want the front of your thighs and your hips be in contact with the wall. And then you're lifting the chest, forcing the lower back, just getting a little bit of space across the front of the chest. A little bit of a back bend right at the top of the spine, but keep pressing those hips forward. You don't have to throw the head back. And then come back to upright, coming into child's pose. Hands outside the legs this time. Rounding the spine all the way, forehead on the floor. Letting go, releasing the vertebrae. Good, coming back up to kneeling. We'll take that one more time. So if you want to this time, you could bring the hands back onto the heels or do it exactly the same as you did before, whichever you prefer. So think about pressing the hips forward and then lifting the chest. So rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest. Either staying there or so you can reach the hands back, but still keep pressing the hips forward. So if you can breathe, not easy. And then releasing back into child's pose. Head on the mat, forehead on the mat. Spine softens. Nice deep breath into the back of the ribs, the side of the ribs. As you exhale, feel the tailbone even heavier. Good. So coming up to sitting, so we're going to make our way onto the floor because we're running out of time, unfortunately. Gone quickly today. So we're just allowing yourself to roll back to the floor. Fine, releasing back onto the mat just like we did at the beginning. Bring the knees up, flat under the floor, under your knees, feet under the knees. So we're going to finish with Setu Bandha, half bridge pose. So feet are parallel, hip width apart, heels towards the bottom. And we're going to try and keep the thighs parallel. We're going to roll, peel the spine off from the base of the spine. So tilt the pelvis first, really nice and slowly. Start to lift the hips into the air. And then you're going to roll the upper arms underneath you. If you want to catch up the hands under the bottom, you can. Setting the hips high, a space across the front of the chest again, just as we did in camel pose. Press the feet firmly into the mat. Fire up the thighs, keep the tailbone tucked under. And the chest wide. Squeeze the buttocks, stay lifted. Couple more moments. And then release the hands and slowly release the spine from the top of the spine. So if you can feel every vertebrae as it releases, softens back down to the mat. And then let go when you get to the bottom. Feels good when you come back down. Good. So bring your arms wide now, 90 degrees away from the body. Cross your left leg all the way over the right. So a full cross where the kind of knees are resting against each other. And then very gently, then let both of those knees come down to the right. This is a deeper twist than if you just have your knees next to each other. So it doesn't matter if your knees are nowhere near the floor. Just let them come down gently to the right side. So you can lengthen the breath. The left shoulder's relaxing towards the mat, but don't panic if it's lifting off a bit. So you can keep it relaxed. Let the breath deepen. And then gently coming back up center. No rush. And across the legs. Cross the right leg over now. And then very carefully, slowly, twisting to the other side. Coming down to the left, right shoulder relaxing. Nice deep breath into the right side of the body. Coming back to center. Uncross the leg. Bring both knees in now. Don't need to squeeze them in tight, just whatever feels good. Maybe a little rock from side to side again. And then we're going to make our way down to Shavasana. Either legs stretched out to the corner of the mat, or you can keep your knees up if you prefer. Lifting your hammock to the lower back. Arms away from the body, palms up. So there's space for the shoulders to naturally roll open. This is the part of the practice where you can bathe in the energy you've created in your body, the warmth you've created in your body, allow it to assimilate throughout all the cells. A feeling of calm aliveness. Relaxing the legs now, you've got the legs hard, softening the muscles of the thighs, the calves, away from the bones. Relaxing the gluteus maximus muscles at the bottom. Both legs totally relaxed. Allow the muscles of the forearms and the upper arms to soften away from the bones as well. Arms melting down towards the mat. All the different parts of the shoulder joints softening and relaxing. Where the top of the arm bone joins the shoulder. Space there. Space in the shoulder blade. As you inhale, feel that the lungs are free. Space to lift the breath all the way up to the collarbones. And exhaling fully. Emptying the lungs, with the diaphragm relax. Begin with the exhalation. Bring your awareness to look out to the center of the forehead between the eyebrows. gaze, eyes unfocused. Every exhalation, softening the body a little bit more, softening your awareness. The mind is floating free, resting the body. Widening your awareness behind that point, the third eye, to the physical body. Taking note of the sounds you can hear in the distance or close by. Taking the skin on your body where it's exposed to the air. And then very gently starting to move your fingers and toes. Taking a consciously deeper breath. Stretching your out feels good. And when you're ready, rolling onto your right side. Resting there. You're ready to come up sitting. Take your time. So find a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed. I'm going to finish with one on. You can just listen if you're not comfortable with doing it where you are. Inhaling together. Oh.